Well, hey guys, so today we are joined by Brunett, who is an employee for Pratt Industries. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. I'm very excited about talking about it.
Can we get a bit of an understanding on who Pratt Industries are? What do you guys do?
Pratt Industries is one of the 5th largest corrugators in the United States. We are also the fastest growing. If you look at what our business proposition is to the trade, we're the only company of the 5 big corrugators that is 100% recycled fiber. And that is significant because as we focus more and more on green solutions and sustainable solutions, you can't get any more sustainable than taking 100% of your feedstock from the urban forest and not a rainforest. A lot of people say, oh, a cardboard box. Well, it's really not a cardboard box. A cardboard box is kind of what your shoes come in or some other kind of package container in the stores. Corrugated is actually lamination on the bottom, paper, brown craft paper on the bottom, wavy squiggly lines in the middle, which are called fluting, and there's all different kinds of fluting functionality, and then lamination on the top. It is your typical corrugated box that you get from Amazon, as an example, when it comes to your doorstep. It's very typically in a box. If it's a box, it's normally a corrugated box. We receive all of our boxes or our packaged corrugated from our upstream sister companies that go the whole way back to the recycling group that collects trash. We actually have material recovery facilities that we operate, sorts it, turns it into value streams, like in our mill. Then their mill will take that paper, both old corrugated containers and mixed papers like office paper, and we take that paper and turn it back into brand new paper. We send that to our corrugated division, and our corrugated division turns it into boxes or other packaging material, sends it to us, and then we sell it to the retail trade, or we use it as part of our own packaging for our category and our space.
So curiosity is what probably influenced you to go down this career path in manufacturing, would you say?
I think so. I also had a headhunter that thought I would be a good fit for a company one time coming right out of the military, and he suggested I go into manufacturing, and I think he was right.
Well, are there some subjects that you did study when you were at high school that have helped you prepare for your career so far?
Pull away from the curriculum for a minute. It's not as much the curriculum as it is, what else are you involved with? Are you someone that gives beyond yourself? Are you involved in extracurricular activities? Are you involved in charities? Are you involved in things that cause you to be bigger than yourself or maybe what you thought your life was going to be? And that, I think, is really important. I always look for kids who have got multiple interests that they've been involved with, because it tells me a couple things. It tells me they have a servant's heart, but it also tells me that they can manage multiple priorities. And that's really the key ingredient. Less English, less math. It's do you have a heart for service and a conscientious attitude towards delivering on what you said you were going to do, and you have a method that you've personally figured out in your life on how to stay organized. We've won Supplier of the Year for our biggest account in the entire company for all of Pratt Industries. We've won that that award at least 5 times in the last 10 years, but we won it during the pandemic because that supplier happened to tell us that not only were we the only company that was able to give them supply, but we were the only company that was able to give them consistent supply when others couldn't deliver on that. So another good thing about having a vertically integrated supply chain, another good thing about a vertically integrated supply chain is there's lots of jobs and there's lots of opportunities for growth in that environment. But to answer your question directly, it's been product supply in a pandemic. Stay focused, work hard, and look for opportunities. And know that your professional shot clock, in basketball, you get 24 seconds to shoot your shot. Well, your shot clock as a career professional starts the minute you walk into your first company. So know that. Hit the ground running, be ready, and come prepared to deliver. And I always tell my leaders this: the difference between good and great is not that great. It's a little bit more hustle. It's a little bit more enthusiasm. It's a little bit more preparation, but the dividends and the return from a little bit more hustle are far greater than the investment you put into it. So why wouldn't you give that 10 or 15% and get back 50% in return? So think about that as you come into the job market. Recent studies in the United States say that about 70% of the kids that graduate from high school go into a higher level of education, trade school, high school, community college, something like that. That leaves 30% that don't go into higher education. Of that 70% that go into college, 40% fall out of that, which means when you do the math, there's about 60% of the market of high schoolers that are available for jobs pretty darn quick after high school graduation, whether it's immediately or whether it's within their first year. And we want those kids. We want to provide them a great education in an industry that is a sustainable, green, ethical company. These are the kinds of companies, guys, you want to look for. You're going to see more and more paper packaging, and we are proliferating and running like crazy in all of those avenues. And what does that mean? It means more plants, it means more sales, and it means more jobs and opportunities for kids who don't have to have a college education. We are interested in people who want to come to work and have great values, and we always call it skills and wills. You know, we're actually more interested in wills than skills. We can teach the skills. We're looking for the kids that have got the will.
So what would you say excites you the most then about coming to work? So there's so much exciting things going on. Is there one thing in particular that gets you out of bed every morning?
The thing that gets me out of bed every day and makes me very excited is the ability to be around the young kids in our company and being able to make an impression in their life, help steer them with their values, help steer them with their principles, and give them a pathway and give them the mentoring. I love watching, we've got a couple of kids out of Georgia Tech that are working in our R&D group right now, and they're on fire. I mean, they've been with us less than a year and a half, and they are running some big projects, and they're just enthusiastic about what it is they can do. And we can offer all those kind of opportunities. We can offer it through a summer intern program, we can offer it through a co-op program, or we can take you right off the street. And again, it comes down to skill and will. We'll teach you the skills. We're looking for the will. You've got the open mind and the open heart. Come on, we'll take care of the rest. Our unique selling proposition to the trade is speed. Find a solution, get it faster to the trade than other people can do. And what we take pride in is where most companies will say, well, that's going to take a couple years. We will say that will take, maybe it might be 6 months, maybe it might be 4 months, but we go months, we don't go years. And we focus on that because that becomes the way that we get in. We would probably get you into a plant operation and teach you the principles of what it is that we do and get you up to speed with that and find out the place that you liked most. Maybe it was in contract fulfillment where you were picking products for our customers and staging them and putting them onto a truck and figuring out how to get the most you could on that truck. Or we might have you operating equipment, starting out as a helper where you're understanding what it is that the machine does, its theory of operation, how to operate it, how to maintain it, and then graduating to different levels. Then you could become a machine operator. Then you could become a leader, a lead person of that group. Then you might be someone that would be moved into supervision as a production supervisor, warehouse supervisor, quality supervisor, customer service rep. Then from there, you could move into managerial level jobs and then ultimately into plant management jobs or more.
So if students are listening and they want to find out more, how do they go about it?
So they need to go to our Pratt website, and in each one of the divisions, you'll see job openings and opportunities. Apply there. You can also go on most common internet sites for jobs, Indeed, and we will find you and we will arrange to meet with you and have that one-on-one discussion and determine what your interest levels are. Right?
In one word, can you describe your experience with Pratt?
Fun, thrilling, and exciting.
Well, we hope that we've inspired more high school students to jump on that roller coaster ride with you because it sounds like a lot of fun. And we appreciate your time today, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us.
Very good. Thank you.